Alex, we're at stop number 3, the Dorothea Dix Cemetery. And from the looks of it, it doesn't look like much but a field of grass. But lo and behold, there are tons and tons of cemetery grave plots here. What is the history behind this spooky spot?
Yeah, so the cemetery was started when the hospital opened, and the first body was laid to rest here in 1859. And bodies were buried here until the 70s, so 1970. And there is believed that there are over 900 bodies buried here.
Wow.
Unfortunately, this cemetery hadn't been well taken care of over the years. So families that either didn't want to claim their family members were buried here. This was a hospital for those who were mentally ill. So it was a very well-known mental institution. So some families didn't want to claim the bodies after their family members passed. But also during the Great Depression era, many families couldn't afford to lay their families to rest here. So they were just laid to rest in this cemetery. Unfortunately, rain and erosion had caused a lot of the markers to float away. Even the caskets were starting to get exposed. So nurses from the hospital actually took forks from the kitchen and started poking the ground trying to locate the caskets.
You would think that there would be a lot of activity going on here with the afterlife. What have you experienced or stories that you've heard from this cemetery?
Yeah, so stories here, people mainly encounter hearing anguish screams in this area, and given, you know, who was sent to the hospital here, tortured screams. I felt cold chills on this cemetery in the middle of July.
Wow.
When there's no wind, there's only humidity. I felt cold chills. I've also done audio sessions here known as electronic voice phenomenon, and I've done those sort of sessions here, and I've caught, you know, whispers and voices speaking. So clearly there are patients here that want to share their story and talk. It's just who's gonna listen.
Very cool. Okay, well, this is spot number 3. Let's head to spot number 4.